Hi everybody, welcome to vlog number 2. Today we're gonna just quickly outline SMART goals in preparation for our creative workspace, which will go up tomorrow. How creative workspace is going to work is there will be about an hour-long video where I am working on my stuff and you are working on your stuff. And before we start out, we're going to put in the comments what we want to do, what we want to achieve over the next 50 minutes. And then when we wrap up, we're going to put in the comments, did we meet our target? If not, what threw us off, or where do we want to tweak? And hopefully, if you've got questions, like I bit off more than I could chew, hopefully other people in the community can chime in and say, did you try this? Did you try that? Did you try just patting yourself on the back? Because showing up is really hard. And I think it's Somerset Maugham said the hardest part about writing is applying your seat of your pants to the seat of your chair. So just showing up is a huge thing. I'm going to wrap some Christmas presents while we're talking. So, excuse me, you may have heard of the term SMART goal. That was unattractive. Pardon me for just letting it all hang out. SMART goals are is a way of thinking about achieving things that you want to achieve. So, you know, somebody said to me once, what's the best way to eat an elephant? And the answer was one bite at a time. And so SMART goals let us take bigger objectives and break them down into smaller, digestible chunks. If you showed up once a week for 50 minutes and you worked on your business plan, or you worked on your blog plan, or your outline for the next chapter of your book, or researched SaaS technology for your app that you're about to launch onto the world, that's 50 minutes of constructive time, even if that time is staring at the screen. You've got to get your feet underneath you so that you can move forward. And by making a small commitment to doing this, I'm starting out with once a week because doing a vlog is a little intimidating. I don't know if you've done one yet. I don't know if anybody's going to be interested. To me, the motivation is if I am showing up for me to do this, and maybe by showing up for me, you can show up for you, and then we become a we. So, SMART goals. I never remember the ART. I only remember the S and the M. So S is specific. You have to have a specific goal. So to say, I'm going to be a millionaire, that's might seem specific, but you could have a million toothpicks and now you're a million toothpick heir. However that would go. So you want $1 million. You want it by what time? You know, you want it. It's not enough. It's not enough to say you want something specific. So let's look at our blog friend. Our friend who's going to write a blog. Do you have a blog? Do you have a platform to publish? Are you going to publish by a site like Medium? Or are you going to set up your own website? And those things are all steps. And so what is the specific thing you're going to do to advance your blog? Just in the next hour, What specific things can you do to make that happen? Maybe it's as simple as buying the URL. Maybe it's making an outline or studying your niche to see what you can build on that the community is already exploring. So that's specific. Today, for the next 50 minutes, I'm going to look at what articles are trending in my niche. Okay, that's real. That's valid. The next is measurable. For me, this is the easiest part. Measurable is I'm going to spend 50 minutes. Problem solved. I'm going to spend 50 minutes. That's measurable. I don't have to get 10 pages written in 50 minutes. I don't have to, write the great American novel in 50 minutes. That's not healthy to try and bite off more than you can chew. But measurable is what is going to happen in 50 minutes that you can do. Can you write 500 words? Can you, you can certainly buy a URL within 50 minutes. You could probably do it within 5. Can you design your website or the framework of what you want to do in 50 minutes? That's all measurable. You could potentially do that. What's the next one? Achievable. Kind of similar to measurable in my book. So maybe that's a weird way to approach it, the way I approach measurable. But again, you're not going to write the next great American screenplay in 50 minutes. What can you do in 50 minutes? You have to set yourself up for success. And that's what the achievable portion of this task is. You have to know where you're going, and you have to know that you can get there. There was somebody who was, I think, swimming across the channel, the English Channel, and the fog rolled in, and they gave up. And they gave up within yards, 10,000 feet of reaching shore. It was because they couldn't see where they were going. This is why achievable is important. You can't just fly into the abyss and expect to land someplace. You have to have markers that you set for yourself along the way. And it keeps you on track. And it's your gold star for the day. I remember in kindergarten, we would get what were called Willie cards. If you learned to tie your shoes, it was a little square with a little stick guy with a shoelace. And, when your strip of Willie cards came long enough, you got to take it home. Those little badges were really important because they inspired achievement, and we all were crazy to get our Willie cards. There were, I know my shapes. I know whatever it was. We got a different one every day. Well, give yourself goals and make sure that they're manageable so that you can feel the accomplishment. That's what's important on there. What is R? Relevant. Oh, here's a good one. So it's very easy. Like, I'm supposed to be wrapping presents. This is for my 2-year-old nephew. I hope he likes it. And if he doesn't, then, it'll be a weapon in a couple years. It'll be his little wooden ninja stars. Because that's how kids do. So, relevant. It's not relevant for you to have a marketing plan straight out of the gate if you haven't created the product. Make sure that the activities you're going to be engaging in feed your goal, feed your project. I'm not saying that marketing is a waste of time. It certainly is not. It's going to be a very important piece of the puzzle. That's undeniable. Yeah, I'm wrapping presents. Where did the tape go? I just had it. So this search for tape is not relevant to this conversation. Oh, there it is. This invading gato is not relevant. Huh, buddy? This is Zeus. Zeus is 10 months old and as big as a house. And he's not relevant to this conversation. Relevance, it pulls you off your goal. You're steering without a compass. If what you're chasing in the hour that you've set aside to work on something, make sure that it, excuse me, sir, make sure that it's important to what you're trying to do. Oh, time bound. So this is me cheating again. I've managed to put measurable and achievable, kind of smooshing them together, and then time bound, definitely. So time bound, 50 minutes. We will get a little alarm at 45 minutes. Watch out, buddy. You're gonna be sorry. Yeah. Alarm at 45 minutes so that you know you have 5 minutes to wrap up. And of course you can keep working. That's not the issue. But you do have to check in with yourself. And hopefully if there's a community here, check in with your community because we all need encouragement. So let's say you're burning through pages like a crazy person. You're just burning and churning. And we should be able to cheer you on for sure. But we should also be encouraged and encouraging, right? So it's just an hour, you know? If it was a workout, nobody would give you any attitude about spending an hour doing this thing. It is a workout. It's a workout for your creativity. It's a workout for your mind. And it's valuable and it's important. Thank you, buddy. So, warning, choking hazard. So yeah, I want to see what you're doing. I want to hear about your goals. I want to see if this works for you. One of the reasons that I'm doing this, somebody said to me, as probably evidenced by this video, that I might have ADHD. I am of an age where they didn't look for that, especially in girls. So any coping tools I have, I've developed on my own. I didn't pick them up. I didn't pick them up from therapists or counselors or anything like that. I certainly was in trouble a lot with school teachers, and I was absolutely bored out of my mind the whole time I was there. But one of the things that made that comment relatable to me was there's a thing called body doubling in ADHD circles, and it's the idea that you don't have to be working on the same thing with somebody else. It just helps to know there's somebody else there working on their thing. With children, toddlers, this is called parallel play. So you got two kids, one's playing in the sandbox and one's got little trucks on the edge of the sandbox. And those kids are playing together, but they're not playing together. And that's what the creative workspace is going to be. It's going to be a body doubling, parallel play kind of circumstance. The ambient noise that is in my apartment is what we're going to have to deal with. The invasion of cats. I have two, and one of them really loves to get up in all the business. That's just part of the story. The leaf blower, the neighbors with their music, dogs barking, whatever. That's part of the story because I'm not here to curate the perfect, serene, ambient music growth moment. That we're here, each of us, creating our own thing. So that's going to be a big part of the thing. It's not about being perfect. It's not about getting it done perfectly. It's about showing up. Showing up. And you're showing up for yourself. You're showing up for your creative project. And it's building a new muscle. So if we were going to work out, you would have your warm up, you would have your workout, you would finish and congratulate yourself. This is the same thing, except you're working out your creativity, not your body. And that's going to be Digital Creative Space. And I'm going to post one tomorrow. And it may be incredibly boring, but I don't care. That's not the story. The story is show up. Show up for yourself. Show up for your project. The world is waiting for you, and it's waiting to see what you have to give it and what you have to put out into it. And I'm really excited to see where this journey takes us. Thanks so much. If you haven't done the likes or the subscribey scribes, think about doing that. When I get enough subscribers, we can start doing it live. And hopefully by then I will have some better camera skills. I will have better setup. But we're just going to go primitive for now because perfection is the enemy of the good. And it's important for us just to get started. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you for today. And I will talk to you later.